Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a journey to revisit something we all think we know, fairy tales.
Right, those stories we grew up with, magic, adventure.
Exactly, often ending happily ever after.
But what if these cherished stories, the ones woven into our collective memory, actually hold far deeper, maybe even secret meanings?
What if they aren't just charming bedtime stories?
What if there's something else entirely, like a hidden roadmap? A guide to some grander design. Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a 17th century collection of fairy tales. Not simple kids stuff. Think of it as a master lore book.
A blueprint.
Yeah, a blueprint for something vast, something the sources are calling the game.
And this specific collection, the Pentamerone, is our focus today.
So we're diving into this specific book.
We are. And it's not just, a historical collection. These sources frame it as a foundational text of the divine cipher.
The divine cipher, like a hidden code woven into reality. Something like that. A system of symbols meant for those who can see it. And this book, it's presented as the official lore of the cosmic zoo.
The cosmic zoo. Not literally animals, I assume?
No, it's a concept, a sort of designated domain. An arena where cosmic entities and humanity interact, all under this observed system.
So this is more than just literary analysis.
Much more. It's potentially a guide to understanding that whole system.
Okay, so our mission today,
Yeah.
what is it? We're trying to pull out the key insights from this material, right?
Precisely. We want to show how stories you think you know. Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella might actually be these complex allegories.
Allegories for what, though?
For divine players, these cosmic entities, and for a great cycle that supposedly dictates existence.
Divine players in a
Oh.
great cycle. Okay, so we're looking inside the stories themselves for these bigger truths.
Exactly. What they're really communicating. And what's fascinating is the title itself, the Pentamerone. It seems to act like a formula.
A formula? How so?
It sort of describes its own contents, hinting at the secrets packed inside. Like a key right there on the cover.
It really does feel like a coded message, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's unlock that first layer, the title, the Pentamerone. Break it down for us.
Okay, first part. Penta. Greek prefix, it means.
5. Okay, that seems straightforward. But why 5? What's special about 5 here?
Well, within this specific lore, the number 5 is described as the sacred number of the pen.
The pen.
Yes. And the pen is defined as the five-sided enclosure of humanity.
5-sided enclosure. Wait, what does that mean? Like literally 5 walls.
Not physical walls necessarily. Think more like parameters,
Yeah.
systemic boundaries, maybe the design conditions that frame human experience inside this cosmic zoo.
So a structured, maybe even designed environment. And 5 is key to that structure.
That's the idea. It suggests our reality is framed, contained in this specific way.
A 5-sided enclosure of humanity. That's quite an image. Okay, so that's Penta. What about the second part, merone?
The sources link that to the Greek word meros, which means part or portion.
Part or portion.
Yeah.
So Penta, 5, merone, parts. Put it together.
If we synthesize that, the Pentamerone literally means the 5 parts, or maybe the story of the 5-sided pen.
Wow.
So it's not just a title. Within this lore, it's seen as a declaration. It's saying, these tales are the official lore of this cosmic zoo, this pen.
It's telling you what it is and who it's for. Those who want to understand the rules of the pen.
Exactly.
It really makes you stop and think, how much could be hidden right there in names we just glance over? The title is a statement.
A profound statement of intent and content.
And if the title is a blueprint, you mentioned the subtitle to something similar.
Right. It's also known by its Neapolitan subtitle, Lo cunto dei cunti,
Which translates to
the tale of tales.
the tale of tales. Okay, that definitely sounds
It
important.
reinforces that master text idea,
Yeah.
suggesting these are the original uncorrupted versions of many famous tales.
Uncorrupted versions, meaning the ones we know might be
Yeah.
changed.
That's the implication. And crucially, the sources stress. These aren't fables teaching simple morals. They're allegories.
Allegories for those divine players and the great cycle you mentioned earlier.
Yes, stories about cosmic forces, the big picture, not just human drama.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. What if the stories we know, the Disney versions maybe, are just sanitized, and the originals in Pentamerone hold keys to this cosmic game?
That's exactly the premise we're exploring.
Okay, give me an example. Let's take Sleeping Beauty. Princess, curse, sleep, princess kiss. Simple enough, right?
Not according to this interpretation. The sources say Sleeping Beauty is actually the story of the sleeping monarch.
The sleeping monarch.
Yeah.
A person.
No, an allegory. It represents the CH program in its dormant state.
CH program, like not software.
Not computer software. Think more like a fundamental cosmic protocol, a core aspect of reality within the zoo that's currently inactive, suspended.
Okay, dormant cosmic system. So what about the kiss?
The prince's kiss is symbolic of something much bigger, the reunion eclipse. An eclipse.
A specific, rare cosmic alignment. It's presented as the preordained trigger needed to reactivate this dormant CH program. So the romantic kiss becomes this huge cosmic event.
Precisely. It transforms the whole meaning. It's about waking up a fundamental part of the cosmic machinery.
That is a completely different story.
Yeah.
It takes away the romance and inserts something vast, cosmic significance in a kiss.
It really does.
So if this reunion eclipse awakens the CH program, what happens then? What does the lore say this program does? How does it affect the cosmic zoo or humanity in its five-sided pen?
Well, the awakening is framed as a pivotal moment in the Great Cycle. When the program's dormant, things in the zoo operate under certain limits, maybe reduced potential.
Right.
The reunion eclipse acts as the catalyst for a major shift. It realigns cosmic forces, allows the monarch, remember the monarch, to exert full influence.
Right, the Serpent King connection we'll get to.
Yes, so it potentially opens new phases in the game for everyone, including humanity. It's a reality recalibration inside the pen.
A recalibration of reality itself. Wow. Okay, Sleepy Beauty is massive. What about another one? Cinderella, the ultimate rags-to-riches tale.
Also reinterpreted. Cinderella, in this context, describes a downtrodden but worthy soul who gets recognized by royalty and elevated.
Okay, sounds familiar so far.
But it's not just about social climbing. It's an allegory for the Komon people.
Komon people. Who are they?
That's the term used for humanity. Specifically, humanity seen as pawns who will endure the game.
Pawns. That sounds a bit bleak.
It implies a specific role within the structure, but the key is worthy. They endure, but possess inherent value and a destiny.
And their elevation. The happily ever after.
That happens in the new millennium. It signifies a future time when humanity's true status is recognized and shifted within the cosmic zoo.
So what does this mean for you listening right now? It suggests that maybe even the pawns, the ordinary people, have a predetermined grand role in this cosmic game.
Exactly, a destiny within this larger plan.
It changes the happy ending from just personal luck to collective recognition, a shift within this whole cosmic structure.
It's a profound reframing. Your individual path might be a chapter in this much larger tale of tales.
And Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella aren't the only ones, right? You mentioned these are just pieces of a singular lore.
Correct. The sources point to others in the Pentamerone.
Like what?
Like Puss in Boots, the clever cat.
Yeah, the trickster who helps his master.
Here, Puss in Boots is described as an avatar for the Kai system.
The Kai system. Not actually a cat, then.
No, a cosmic entity or force. One that operates through cunning, strategy, manipulation, influencing things indirectly.
So the story isn't just about a smart cat.
It's a coded lesson on how the Kai system works, how it orchestrates outcomes in the game, how it uses intelligence and unconventional means to navigate the rules of the zoo.
Interesting.
Any others? There's mention of the goose, often a symbol of creativity elsewhere.
Right.
Here it's presented as a symbol of the Omega, and it represents the divine egg of creation.
The Omega. Like the end.
Not just the end, more like the ultimate source or the culmination of creation. It holds the potential for new beginnings, embodying the cyclical nature of things.
The divine egg, hinting at creation itself.
Exactly. The goose symbolizes that generative power within the cosmic zoo, the origin point, the creative potential within the grand design.
It's just incredible. These aren't separate stories at all, are they? They're pieces of the same singular lore.
All building this bigger picture of the cosmic zoo.
They're clues, not just entertainment, but clues to this hidden reality, the mechanics of the game.
That's how the sources present it.
But the secrets don't stop with the stories, do they? You hinted the author himself, Giambattista Basile. His identity is part of this.
It seems so. The sources identify him not just as a writer, but as a high-level watcher.
A watcher.
And a lore master of his time, implying he had insider knowledge tasked with preserving this lore.
So a watcher observes the cosmic mechanics, and lore master records the official stories of the zoo.
That's the idea. He wasn't just making things up. He was recording something specific.
And his name, Basil. What's the connection there? You mentioned something fascinating.
Yes, the connection pointed out is between Basil and the basilisk.
The mythical Serpent King.
Yeah.
The one that could kill with a look. That's kind of dark for a fairy tale author.
It is. And the symbolism is layered. The Serpent King, according to these texts, is another title for the monarch.
The monarch again.
A layer.
The one whose program is dormant in Sleeping Beauty.
The very same. And this monarch is described as the master of the great cycle, also known as the Ouroboros.
The snake eating its tail, the symbol of infinity, cycles.
Right. But here, it's not just a symbol. It is the great cycle, the endless loop the monarch oversees, and that deadly glance of the basilisk.
Yeah.
It's symbolic of the monarch's single eye.
Single eye, like the eye of providence.
Possibly related conceptually.
Yeah.
It represents this all-seeing, singular focus of power, oversight, suggesting the monarch's absolute authority within the pen.
Wow. Okay, let me see if I've got this. The author's name, Basil, connects to Basilisk, the Serpent King. Serpent King is the monarch. The monarch masters the great cycle, the Ouroboros, and the basilisk's glance is the monarch's all-seeing eye.
You've got it.
So Basil's name wasn't just a name. It was like a sigil, a mark, showing he was a servant of this monarch, recording the lore.
That's the interpretation. The Pentamerone becomes his archive, the true tales of the pen saved for future watchers to find and decrypt.
It makes you seriously wonder how many other famous authors or works might have these hidden signatures, their names linked to the secrets they wrote down.
It does raise that question, doesn't it? How many others might be part of this design, maybe unknowingly, maybe deliberately? It challenges you to look past the surface of authorship.
To see a potential link between the creator and the content waiting to be found.
A legacy, perhaps.
So we've really gone on a journey here. From what looks like a simple old book of fairy tales
to
this idea of a profound lore book for a cosmic game, filled with allegories hidden in plain sight.
Sleeping Beauty as a dormant program, Cinderella as humanity's destiny.
And even the author's name being a kind of secret key, linking him to this monarch figure.
It's quite a complex picture.
It really shows how maybe the deepest truths, the biggest cosmic blueprints, could be hidden in the stories we think are simplest. The ones right under our noses.
And from that wider perspective within the lore, it really pushes us to reconsider what we think we know about these foundational stories, about the people who wrote them down.
Because knowledge isn't just having the information.
It's understanding it, applying it. This whole dive challenges us to look beyond the surface, question assumptions, and see the potential for deeper meanings everywhere.
Especially in the tales that shape us.
Exactly.
So a final thought for you, listening. Next time you hear a classic fairy tale, maybe one you loved as a kid, just pause for a second. Consider what deeper, maybe secret lore might be tucked away inside its 5 parts, inside that enclosure of human experience. What game might it really be describing for you, the player, in this vast cosmic zoo?
What if the prince is a cosmic event? What if the princess's sleep is about your own reality?
The story might just be winking back at you,